Yo, what up, y'all? Hopefully, y'all been having a great weekend. Let's enjoy our Sunday. Man, I'm not watching football today because Cowboys already won. So, let's get into a WWE video. 10 banned wrestlers, WWE unbanned. I'm trying to. Honestly, I don't know who could all be on this list. I really don't. So let's check it out.
When a superstar is banned by WWE, this means that they can't appear or even be mentioned on television. Although this is common, it's equally as common for WWE to unban certain wrestlers and allow them to either return to WWE or allow them to be mentioned directly on WWE programming. But which wrestlers were they? Well, join us now as WrestleMania looks at 10 WWE superstars who have been unbanned by WWE. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Number 10, Wade Barrett. Now, at one stage, it looked like Wade Barrett was going to be one of WWE's top stars. Having won the inaugural season of NXT, Barrett was positioned as the leader of the Nexus, and he was involved in a huge feud with John Cena. Unfortunately, the feud with Cena did little for the British-born star, and he spent the remainder of his WWE career changing gimmicks to try and find something which fit. Barrett would officially depart from WWE in 2016 and would be rather public in his comments about what he thought about the company and specifically key members of WWE management. When he appeared on the Talk Is Jericho podcast, Barrett stated that during his final days in the company, he had a heated backstage argument with members of WWE management and left on extremely bad terms. Barrett would be virtually banned from WWE programming for the next few years before he made his return to WWE in 2020 as color commentator for the NXT brand. This is a role which the former Intercontinental Champion has received rave reviews for. We're glad that they gave Barrett another chance. Number 9,
that's
Victoria.
awesome.
Victoria was one of the most popular female stars to ever step foot in the WWE ring. Following her departure in early 2009, she would have great success in TNA, winning their Knockouts title on multiple occasions. Unfortunately, although Victoria was beloved by all talent in WWE, they decided to ban her and virtually erase her from existence. There were even reports in 2017 that Victoria wasn't allowed to attend a SmackDown taping. Victoria wanted to attend the show to visit friends backstage, but she was turned away. She was rather quite rightly upset about this, and it took until 2021 for the WWE to officially unban her from the company. Victoria made her grand return to WWE programming as she took part in the 2021 Women's Royal Rumble.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Carlito.
Carlito?
Memories of Carlito's work in WWE. He was one of the most important players of the Ruthless Aggression era and had a number of notable feuds with the likes of John Cena, Randy Orton, and even Ric Flair. But when Carlito was rather shockingly released from WWE in 2010, the relationship between him and the WWE was strained seemingly indefinitely. Carlito began to badmouth WWE in every single interview following his release and would even make crude and derogatory comments in relation to Triple H and how he ascended to the top of the WWE. Fans had assumed that Carlito returning was completely out of question. However, he made a special appearance at the 2021 Rumble to the delight of fans. Carlito would then wrestle a match on Raw before reportedly having a tryout as a WWE producer. Number 7, Kenny Dykstra. Kenny Dykstra has actually been unbanned twice from the WWE in the past 5 years. The initial reason that he was banned was because it was discovered that Kenny's fiancée Mickie James was having an affair with WWE's top star John Cena. And instead of trying to help him through an extremely difficult time in his life, they simply moved him to a different show and didn't allow him to interact with Cena. Kenny would also lose his spot on the card and he would be sadly released by WWE in 2008. But it would be eventually brought back into the company for a brief stint in 2016. However, he was gone from the company just after a few matches. In 2021, it was announced that Kenny had re-signed with the WWE as a coach at the Performance Center, so it looks like the relationship between him and
Why they didn't ban Mickie James? That just doesn't seem right, man.
Hogan. And one of the most controversial decisions WWE have made in recent memory is their decision to unban Hulk Hogan. Hogan was previously banned from the WWE after it was revealed that he made vulgar remarks in a tape that was leaked. Fans were fully on board with the WWE's decision, but over time, Hogan was slowly unbanned from WWE programming. He would begin to be invited back to television back in 2018, and in 2019 he was making appearances on programming yet again. This decision has been met with disdain from both WWE fans and even some superstars, but although WWE have allowed Hogan back into the mix, AEW have outright banned Hogan and stated that Hogan will never be welcome in his company. Number 5, Raven. Now, the reason that Raven was banned from the WWE was because they had sued them a number of times throughout his wrestling career. These lawsuits range from a lawsuit over royalties to a lawsuit over WWE claiming that the superstars are independent contractors. Raven has also made a number of negative comments about WWE, including commenting on how they operate and bad-mouthing key figures in the company. Due to this hostility between the WWE and the former Hardcore Champion, fans were shocked when WWE announced that Raven would be part in a Table of 3 episode on the WWE Network. He appeared on the popular show alongside Mick Foley and RVD, so it looked like Raven is now allowed to work with WWE and be a part of WWE Network documentaries. Number 4, Jeff Jarrett. But Jeff Jarrett's controversial departure in 1999 led to Jarrett being blacklisted from WWE for almost 2 decades. Jarrett held Vince McMahon up for money in October of 1999, and this completely shattered the relationship between the two parties. Following a run in WCW, Jarrett would form the brand new wrestling promotion TNA. The company was a strong alternative product to WWE and attracted a number of top talents, including Kurt Angle, Sting, and Hulk Hogan. Vince reportedly loathed Jarrett so much that he had zero interest in working with Jarrett in any capacity. This was until 2018 when it was announced that Jarrett was to be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. Following his induction, Jarrett would make a number of television appearances, including an appearance at the 2019 Rumble. Jarrett had also been working as a member of the creative team, working closely with Vince McMahon, which certainly implies that the relationship between Jarrett and Vince has been fully healed. Number 3, Scott Steiner. The WWE was so strict in their outright ban of Scott Steiner that they had an image given to the security team at major events such as the WWE Hall of Fame to make sure that he wasn't in attendance. Steiner has spent several years trashing everything WWE has done and has even made crude comments in relation to both Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. Although Steiner hasn't appeared in WWE television since 2004, this could all change thanks to a recent online report. Steiner's real-life nephew is currently one of NXT's biggest stars. Braun Breaker looks to be a future WWE champion and has every tool to succeed. And according to the report, WWE Chairman Vince McMahon would be open to working with Steiner in the future. And this implies that Steiner is unbanned from WWE and could be working with WWE
crazy steroids,
which is an exciting prospect to say the very least. Number 2, Chris Jericho. When Chris Jericho decided to sign with AEW in 2019, they issued a mandate to remove Jericho from any promotional material. He was removed from the WWE intro package and would no longer be mentioned on WWE programming. And this was until the WWE social media account made a completely unexpected announcement in April of 2021.
I remember
that the inaugural AEW World Champion Jericho was to appear on Stone Cold Steve Austin's Broken Skull sessions. This was unprecedented, and fans were shocked that they would allow an AEW star to appear on one of their top shows. The Broken Skull Sessions episode received rave reviews from fans, in particular for how WWE allowed Jericho to talk about his AEW career and even discuss in depth some of the pros and cons of working for both companies. And number 1, Chris Benoit.
Chris Benoit's unbanned?
Chris Benoit's heinous actions in 2007, whose name was erased from the history books altogether.
Right.
For the most part, WWE have kept to this mandate, but recently they've allowed casual mentions or even images of Benoit to appear on WWE programming. For instance, in a number of WWE Network documentaries, including the Monday Night War series, Benoit is mentioned by name by Jim Ross.
You cannot believe this. Very Saturn, Eddie Guerrero, Chris Benoit, Dean Malenko on WWE.
Even footage of Benoit could be seen during a video package for the John Cena vs. Randy Orton match at TLC back in 2013. Now, it's important to note that whilst the WWE has certainly been more lenient in showing or naming Benoit, they've never once glorified or celebrated his legacy in any way. But there you have it, folks. 10 WWE superstars unbanned by WWE. Be sure to leave your comments to...
Okay. Yeah, the Chris Jericho, that one was like, oh, snap. Chris Jericho on WWE TV. So I think that just shows how much love that they got for Chris Jericho. But is there anybody y'all think should have made the list? What do y'all think about this list? Like the video, show me some love, and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, peace out, y'all.